Hello everyone, welcome back. For those of you just joining us, you've caught us in the middle of the race, lap 29, with Bush Brothers fan leading the race, followed by Husky, Pokemon, Hines, and Rampage is the order. Of course, we started the race with 7, the 2 unfortunate souls that will not finish this race, being Medic and Outlaw. Outlaw was the first to bow out, followed by Medic, who went out just recently. Anyway, as we get ready to go green once again, Bush Brothers fan takes the field to the green flag, crosses the line. Doesn't look like we're going to have a battle for the lead here. However, it looks like Hines is going to work his way past Pokemon here. Side by side, they're both going to get a poor exit. And now Rampage looks to attack both of them. Gets right by both of them. Works around the outside of Hines. And will he clear? Not quite yet, still side by side, uses a little bit of overtake, and he clears him just fine. Husky's got to work just a little bit harder to get up to Bush Brothers fan's rear. He needs to be able to capitalize off of the draft here, as Bush Brothers fan is going to punch a sizable hole in the air for Husky and Rampage to take advantage of. 23 laps to go in this race. They've got to start making their moves and setting themselves up nicely now. We've seen a lot of big moves where people have gone up 3-4 spots in one corner when people have made mistakes and forced issues. Looks like Rampage might be trying to force an issue into the chicane. Not going to work out that time though. Husky defends very well. Let's see who gets the run down now to the front stretch in the turns 3 and 4 of the oval version of Daytona. Looks like Rampage is still on Husky's tail. Will they work together? Will they fight? Could Bush Brothers fan pull away? Looks like they're choosing to fight as we've got side-by-side action. Hines decides not to take it 3 wide. Rampage, Husky. Rampage runs wide. Husky keeps second. Bush Brothers fans got to be happy about these two fighting, but he hasn't been able to pull away considering how much they drafted back up to him on the front stretch. Rampage still on Husky's tail. Really aggressive here. You gotta wonder if there's a tire compound difference or if it's just pure pace and aggressiveness here from Rampage. Rampage tries to beat him out on exit. It looks like he does, even though he gets loose there and really cuts off his line. Husky just not on the power like you'd want him to be. Rampage pushing the issue. Maybe it looks like he's going to attempt to pass Bush Brothers fan and take this race all for himself. See if he can establish control. With this pace, you got to wonder how much overtake he's using and if he'll have anything left at the end of the race. Rampage forcing the issue, looking like it's going to be side by side for the lead. A little bit behind them, Husky and Pokemon going at it as well. Side by side, Rampage on the inside. It looks like this could be a surefire move. And it's going to be Bush Brothers fan. No contest as Husky sends it up the inside of Bush Brothers fan and looks like he's got to take second. But then Hines counters. Hines is in second place now, and Bush Brothers fan goes from first to fifth in one corner. Working his way back up to fourth, however. Rampage now in control of this race as we see Hines run into the grass. That's going to take up a lot of time there. He's going to lose. Still plenty of laps left where he can get back, not that huge of a gap. But that's still time and positions that you can't afford to give up. Rampage now with quite the gap to second place being Husky. And Pokemon's slowly been working farther and farther forward through this field as the night's gone on. Maybe he's just been saving pace. Who knows? Looks like Husky and Pokemon might be working together to gain on Rampage here. Could see a big move. They're gaining quite heavily. Husky to the outside. Pokemon also on the outside. Husky's clear. Pokemon's clear. Rampage down to third. He's going to fight Husky, however, for second place and get it. And he's also going to take the lead back for Pokemon here as he's down the inside and clears him. What a move. First to third. Oh, we've got a spin. Bush Brothers fan heavily in the grass. That's going to soak up a lot of time. I don't know if he can get back. That's probably the biggest gap we've seen all day long. Oh, and Husky's wide. The two main contenders that have been fighting Rampage are gone. It's now Hines and Pokemon. Pokemon runs wide as well. These guys trying to eke out every ounce of performance are finding these mistakes very, very easily. Pokemon on the back foot of Hines here. Hines could make a move. Let's see if he opts to. Doesn't look like it. Stays in line. So I believe this is the highest Pokemon's been all day. Bar the very short moment he was in first place last lap. But Rampage going from first down to third in one corner. And then in the next going from third back up to first. That is racing we love to see right there. Now Pokemon forcing the issue around the outside. Can he make it work? Doesn't look like it. Gets into the back of Rampage a little bit and loses a position. Sometimes it's best not to force the issue, I guess. And hopefully Pokemon learns his lesson. Husky now caught back up with the rest of the field, looking to cause problems for the leaders. Ooh, Pokemon really wide in the grass now. I wouldn't be surprised if Bush Brothers fan passes him here. Just so much time you lose making that small of a mistake. It's just not worth getting on the gas that early. Just a simple mistake. Now Hines in second place, seeing if he can lead some laps here. No one's been able to challenge Rampage since the restart. And it doesn't look like Hines wants to anyway. Maybe they're mellowing out. Hines, if he gets a good enough run here, will be able to challenge Rampage. And I believe he will just with Slipstream alone, as long as he doesn't make a significant mistake. Going down into turn one, it's going to be the last of the late breakers that wins this. Can Hines break later? That is the question. Crossing the start-finish line now, heading into turn one. I guess we'll find out. Hines, will he do it? Yes, he will. Can he keep the position on exit? Oh, no, Rampage gets it back off of the exit. We are witnessing a masterclass in defense right here, but you've got to wonder, is he using up all his resources? Is he using up those tires too much? Is he using up that overtake? Hines gets a little loose there. And Bush Brothers fan now starting to make his way back through the field. Seems to be the only true challenger to Rampage now. Once again, running down into the exit of the infield section. We need to see some great traction here from the drivers if they want to capitalize on these opportunities to its fullest and make the move before the chicane. Bush Brothers fan gets a little loose there, has a bit of a tank slapper. Wondering if the tires are going to start to degrade and fall off sometime soon here. Looks like Husky's looking at Pokemon. Real aggressive. They're gaining on Bush. Ooh, Pokemon tries to look up the inside of Bush Brothers fan. Doesn't quite work, and he's going to get punished. He's going to get punished. Husky's going to take a position on him. This is the second time I've seen Pokemon go for a move today, and it just not work out, and he loses a position instead of gains one. It's a lesson every driver needs to learn at some point. I reckon he's learning it now. Bush Brothers fan not going to try and force an issue here, but they're going to run wide. He's going to take a position. He's going to be up into second, and maybe he'll send one up the inside here on Rampage. Tries to work around the outside, gets in the grass, maybe pushed a little bit. Some rough defensive work there from Rampage. Really trying to hold on to this lead as he seems to be just completely in command, even though he's been attacked several times. Bush Brothers fan now with a fast, a 124.9. Supposedly that was on lap 26, or sorry, 36, pardon. Which is well faster than what we've seen. The second fastest lap was a 127 from Husky. So Bush Brothers fan really working hard to get back into the pack, and he's succeeding right now as he's in second place, looking to go into first. Will he make a move here? Looks up the inside. Will he think better of it? No, he's going. Rampage lives to fight another day, however. Reckons he can get it back. Very smart move, very classy move there by Rampage, really thinking better of the situation. However, instead of Rampage getting the run on Bush Brothers, it looks like Hines is getting the run on Rampage. Oh, Husky down the inside, 3 wide of the tri-oval. Hines backs out. Husky might get 2 positions. Husky clears. No, he doesn't. Rampage still fighting. Okay, now Husky's clear. Husky's gotten an amazing double move there into turn 1. Love to see that type of stuff, but Rampage is on his way back, fighting extremely hard. And there's a red light on top of Rampage's car. Is he out of overtake? Oh, he's pushed wide! He's pushed wide by Husky! I don't know if they came together or if Rampage just got scared, but that's the guy who's been dominant all night since the sun went down. Now he's going to have to fight his way back through the field. I don't know if he can. Bush Brothers fan now, his biggest rival cleared. He's going to have at least a few laps to himself where it's going to have to be Hines challenging. Husky's down to 4th. And he's clear. Who went wide? Pokemon. Extremely wide into the grass. Oh, that's a lot of time. That is a lot of time. Was there contact? There must have been contact. We'll have to get back with that later. Bush Brothers fan now clear. Only 4 guys in this pack now since Pokemon's way out of left field at this point. I don't think he's working back that much of a gap. He's going to need a caution. Or these guys are going to need to fight real hard. Ooh, Husky ran, not wide, but just got slipped up. These guys are getting out of the power way too soon. Rampage, now at the back of the pack, still, of course. Now in 4th, though, since Pokemon's most recent incident. Making a move as Husky goes wide. Very nicely done. We're going to have to see if he can make his way up to 2nd, though, and how fast is that going to take? Is Hines going to fight it? Is the real question. Can he fight it? Is another. All through the chicane. Ooh, a little wide there from Husky. That's going to cost him some time. The momentum is most important here, especially keeping momentum through that chicane is crucial if you want to get a good run and catch up to the guy in front of you down into turn 1. Looks like Rampage might have a little look at Hines here. I don't know if we'll get to see it. Not quite. Nice little 4-car fight for the lead at the moment. I'm pretty sure I've seen all 4 of these cars lead multiple laps today. But Bush Brothers fan has been maintaining this gap almost. And it doesn't really look like Hines has really been able to do the job. We've seen this multiple times today where Hines gets in 2nd place and he cannot bridge the gap. has been his issue. Not just not staying close enough in the infield section to be able to make a move into the chicane. And sometimes not a clean enough chicane to make a move into turn 1. Maybe it's a lack of aggression. Maybe he's just playing the patient game. As there's plenty of laps to go, we're all relatively close. Another slip up in the chicane from Hines. We might see Rampage be able to take advantage of that, but he's also got a pretty good slipstream here from Busch Brothers fan, as he might go around the outside here. Seems to be his only option. Yes, Rampage could capitalize off of this, as they might be 3 wide for the lead. They were for just a little moment there. Now Rampage up into second. Busch Brothers fan down into third, losing 2 positions. Rampage trying to take his lead back. Is it going to work? Not quite. They stay in order. Busch Brothers fan down the inside of Rampage now. Can he keep that position? Needs to clear him here if he wants the chance. Not going to happen. Rampage in the grass a little bit. Gets his position back regardless. Busch Brothers fan now looking up the inside again. Really trying to attack Rampage here. Most aggressive I've seen him all night for sure. But Rampage is going to cruise along around the outside. And Busch Brothers fan has challenged multiple times. It's just Rampage has just been a class act so far. Really controlling his car like he needs to. Getting great runs out of the corners and defending his position with ease. Rampage might very easily be one of the favorites for all road courses this year after this race. It's very clear to see he's probably got the most technical ability in the whole field, probably the most pace, even though Busch Brothers fan has the fastest lap and Husky had it before. I think that Rampage might have the best racecraft in the whole field. Will Rampage get a good enough run? I think it's almost inevitable at this point that Rampage is going to attack Hines. Will Busch Brothers fan be able to take advantage of the side-by-side action like Rampage did the lap before? Doesn't look like it. He might actually get attacked by Hines. Oh! Hines has clipped the tire barrier on the inside. That's a huge mistake. Rampage is going to take the lead. Busch Brothers fan was getting attacked by Husky. Sorry. And Busch Brothers fan held position, but Rampage is off by himself now. What a huge mistake there. Ooh, huge tank slapper from Husky. He goes in the grass. That's going to cost him a little bit of time, but he should be able to recover. And now it's a 3-car pack instead of a 4-car pack, and the 3-car pack's pretty spread out. And Busch isn't going to have any help either, because Husky's so far back, he's not going to be able to get a push. So he's pretty much only relying on Rampage punching a hole, and I don't know how reliable that is. Rampage has been very, very, very consistent across the lap, not making a whole lot of mistakes, especially when he's not forced to. Regardless, almost half this lap you're able to slipstream and catch back up. It's hard to pull away, and Busch is demonstrating this perfectly. Just sitting in the slipstream and waiting. He's going to have the overspeed here. Can he just fully clear? Yes, he can. Rampage falls in line. He could very easily send one back up the inside here. Chooses the outside, however. And will he make it work? Not quite. It doesn't look like it. Maybe he gets the run out? No. So Rampage loses a position, and now it's Busch in the lead. Oh, no. Rampage down the inside sends it. But too much commitment. Busch Brothers fan lets him make his mistake, and that just was not ever going to work. Rampage is going to have to buy his time and maybe make a move into the chicane here. Of course, when you're behind a car like this, especially with it being the leader, you can pretty much just wait and you'll get the position back. So it's going to be very interesting because these two could just swap back and forth, as it looks like Rampage is pushing very hard, slipping up a few times there, catching the car very nicely, however. Looks like Rampage is going to have a run here. We've seen incidents happen all day into the chicane when they go side by side. Will he think better of it? Yes, he will. As Rampage falls in line, Busch Brothers fan leads. Looks like Hines went a little wide there as well. Rampage going to have his chance here. Ooh, maybe scrubbed off a little too much speed going to the outside there. Side by side, giving a chance for the back two to catch up. Still side by side, neck and neck. Who will break later this time? This is going to be close. Ooh, Rampage backs out, almost gets hit by Hines, and Husky has passed Hines, actually, with a pretty lovely move, if I do say so myself, but Rampage is going to go on the inside of the chicane, thinks better of it, backs out. Good defense there by Bush Brothers fan, and we're right back where we were. Rampage, aggressive attack, Bush Brothers fan, aggressive defense. Ooh, Rampage thinking about going to the inside. Oh, he does! Bush just runs wide. Locks up and gets a tank slapper. Husky's going to get in the second. Oh, maybe not. Bush Brothers fan sends one up the inside. Husky gets run wide. And Husky might go down to fourth here as he's stuck on the outside. Nope. Gap opens up. But there's a huge gap between them and Rampage now. They're going to have to work together to get back up there. And with all this fighting, Pokemon has been very quietly, you can see him in the background, catching up. Slowly but surely sneaking his way back up to the pack, and you've got to wonder, maybe with all of that time by himself, he's been able to really focus on his line and kind of nail it better than anyone else, where these guys have been fighting, they never really have an ideal situation of where they know where they want to be. So that could be huge information now. Husky probably thinking about it a little bit here. Maybe not quite the run he's looking for, but Bush Brothers fan has the run he's looking for. He's going to get it one more push going into turn one. Has the overspeed, but overcommits. Runs into the grass a little bit, still in the grass. He's going to keep second. Husky gets overtaken by Hines. Little move back for Husky. Is he going to make it stick? Yes, Bush Brothers fan with a spin. That's huge implications for this race. Bush Brothers fan's been the only one to challenge Rampage so far. Those two have been going back and forth at it. Now it's up to the rest of the field to challenge Rampage, which hasn't been going well as Husky and Hines are side by side, and Pokemon's now back in the pack. Oh! Another spin there from Husky. So Husky shuffled back, and everyone's losing it. They can feel the end of the race coming. They know it's almost time to make those moves, and they're trying to set themselves up very nicely for it. It's not going well. Less than 10 laps to go here from Daytona, the world center of racing. Once again, we've seen this gap all day from signs between him and the leader, and it's never really been able to get closed. And I'm wondering if he'd just brake a little later into turn one. If he just brake just that little bit later, I feel like he could overtake and fight for the lead, but he's just not doing it at the moment. Like I said, though, I believe Rampage is out of overtake, so he's got no way to defend himself if someone gets the draft on him. He's very much in a defenseless position, especially since he's defending. He's got nowhere to attack. It's not looking very pretty for Rampage, though I bet he will hold first place for quite some time here. Bush Brothers fans worked his way back up to third after having his incident. And now back up to second, maybe side by side. Rampage all by himself, but I'm sure he sees Bush Brothers fan in the mirror. That's got to worry him a little bit. He knows how fast he is. Could see him move down into turn one once again. Been a very popular spot all day. Is there enough time? Is there enough slipstream? Doesn't look like it. Looks like Bush Brothers fans gonna have to wait another for another lap, but Husky is not waiting for another lap as he tries a move that doesn't work. Might send it one more time once again. Thinks better of it. These guys are learning slowly. Oh, Hines goes wide. Husky's there to take advantage. Side by side on the infield section. Is anything gonna work? Husky takes the position. Small mistake by Hines. Good capitalization there from Husky. Oh, Hines runs completely wide. Maybe gets pushed off by Pokemon. I couldn't see exactly. Hines is going to have to work his way back now, as it's not really about the time. It's more about having to work through that 1 or 2 extra cars. You know, it's not always so easy, especially if they're, things get chaotic towards the end of the race. They're going to fight even harder than they have at the beginning of the day, and that was still crazy. Lap times have been consistently around the 130s, low 129s. Sorry, high 129s, low 130s. Clearly, the tires have fallen off by quite a bit. 129.6 that lap. It's been around that for most of the day. As Busch Brothers fan sends one, not quite enough, but it's a good test. He's learning. All right. He knows how late he can brake and still make the corner from the inside. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if next lap we see the exact same move, but he's a little bit closer. Information gathering is another thing that's very important. You got to know how late you can brake, and there's no better time to learn what the winning move could be than right near the end, because it's going to be similar conditions, and you're going to know vaguely, like the track's not going to get much colder than it is right now. The sun's not coming out anytime soon, obviously. Closer to midnight, anyway. Busch Brothers fan might try the chicane. The chicane's been a deadly option. We've seen a lot of drivers opt to just either A, the leader gives up, or B, the passer decides to wait till turn 1, which is more of a guaranteed opportunity. And once again, that's exactly how it plays out. Busch Brothers fan will decide to wait, probably going to make a move here into turn 1. We saw what he did last lap. Can he replicate it, but more successfully? Doesn't look like he might not have the chance. I mean, he's going to build up quite the run. We've seen it all day where they come from way back. But we'll see as the sparks are flying all in his face from Rampage. But it looks more like he's going to be on the back foot this time around, as Husky's going to send one up the inside. Can he make it stick? Not quite. It's going to be side by side going down into the hairpin. Busch Brothers fan with the advantage being on the inside. If Husky can hang around the outside, he should be able to get the run. He hangs around the outside. Now we wait for the run. Will he get second place? Yes, he will. He clears going into the kink, and Busch Brothers fan will not have a response. Really unfortunate there. Oh, a half spin by Busch Brothers fan, as now Hines is going to take advantage of that and force him a bit wide. Bit of a tire bang there at the apex. Busch Brothers fan not gonna like that very much. Back to Rampage, though, who's been kind of cruising so far since he got the lead back. Had a few challenges here and there, but nothing that's really been a huge side-by-side battle. Oof, 3 cars going wide there. A bit of a collision. They're still sliding around, but they save it. Not many laps to go. Lap 49 of 53 is what we're coming up on here. How much longer can Rampage hold on? Apparently not much. Husky with a bold move punts Rampage out of the way, and Rampage is still losing positions. He's going to go all the way down to last place. That is a bold move by Husky. I would not be surprised if when Rampage catches back up, he sends him into the wall. But the question is, will he have enough time with only 4 laps left? Things are definitely starting to tense up here. But Husky's off by himself right now. Everyone's fighting. Pokemon went wide there. Husky, of course, in the Home Depot Honda powered car. Of course, every chassis here is made spec by Delara. And setups are default, so they're all in equal machinery here. It's all driver skill, with 4 going on 3 laps left. Will Busch Brothers fan make a move for the lead? Side by side into the tri-oval. Husky will lead the lap. But Busch Brothers fan will lead the race. Clearing his way through. Rampage now on the end of Husky. Maybe decides better than to punt him off. Not quite. Looks like he was run wide a little bit into the grass. Yes, he was. That might have been a calculated decision there. I don't know. Seems like we might have some bad blood here with 3 laps left. Husky now in 5th place. Not what you want to see there if you're trying to win the race. Not very good odds here. At this point, Husky might be out of contention with only 3 laps to go. It's going to be very unlikely that he can work his way through the entire field. Busch Brothers fan, who has the fastest lap already today, leads with Rampage right behind, who has the most laps led since the sun went down. The 2 most dominant cars arguably are 1st and 2nd, but could be in the wrong order. So many incidents between these few drivers, it's hard to imagine that these guys aren't frustrated and are willing to send each other off the track for this win. Where will a race-winning move happen? Will it be into turn 1? Will it be right now? Rampage looks up the inside, runs into the back of Busch. Busch gets a little loose. Rampage still looking for the move. Down across the start-finish line. 2 to go. Now into turn 1. Rampage around the outside. Can he make it stick? Will it work? Yes! Rampage to the lead. Could that be the race-winning move right there? Of course, with no overtake, is it possible to defend? Rampage stretching out his lead, but Busch Brothers fan intends on reeling it in quite quickly here. That's a small enough gap where the slipstream could lead them down to the chicane, able to make a move. All of these drivers, 51 laps in, they're tired. It's late at night. It's low on grip. They don't have any overtake left. They've got to use it sparingly. As we see another slip up there from Busch. Will he have a good enough run on Rampage? You can see the sparks flying. Can he gain? It doesn't look like he's going to be able to, but he might be able to out of the chicane. Husky still in 4th. Kind of seems like they're going 2 and 2. Pokemon completely out of the equation right now. Busch is gaining. He might get the pass done by the start-finish line. Down towards the outside. Can he make the move into turn 1? Reminiscent of what Rampage did just 1 lap ago. Can he make it stick? No, he goes wide. He's going to hold firm in 2nd place. Pokemon getting slightly closer. Husky makes a move. Gains a spot. Can he gain a 2nd spot? They collide and bang tires. Fighting ferociously for this position. Hines is going to give him a little bit of a push. Will he send it up the inside? Husky needs this position. He wants this position. Still side by side. The entire infield section. Wow. Still trying to make it work. On the exit. Going down the straightaway. Switch back. Husky's got the position. Now he needs to run. Busch is much closer to Husky than Husky is to Rampage. We could see another move happening here. Busch seems to be working, playing fair, being nice. all single file. They all run wide. That's the only one who didn't run wide was Rampage. He's going to have the best run out. They're going to need to work together. Hines isn't having any of it. Maybe deciding better of it now. There are only 2 cars with overtake left. Busch and Husky. Can they make it work? Husky to the outside. Busch follows. Almost 3 wide for the lead. Husky overtakes before the corner. Can he come out on top? Little loose, but he makes it. He's in the lead. Now he just needs to defend with the little overtake he has left. The tires screeching for help. He gets pushed wide. Rampage back into the lead. Busch looking down the inside of Husky. No good. Husky's going to need to make a move. He's going to need to make a move before this chicane. He can maybe wait, but it's going to be too close. Rampage has been fighting so hard all night to keep this first place spot. He's been doing so well with it. Can he hold on for just half a lap longer? The slipstream's going to be pivotal here. Can Husky make the move going in? Can he do it? He does! Convincingly. Busch to the inside of Rampage. There's nothing doing. Rampage just sends it. Busch gets loose. He's in the grass. Rampage is spinning. It's all Husky unless Busch can get a run. The man who was in 5th place with 3 laps to go after getting run wide by Rampage himself. Rampage in 5th. What a fitting ending. Did Husky deserve it? Did he not? We don't know. But what he does deserve is the win here at the Busch Light Grand Prix at Daytona. Congratulations.